Oh, I was basically making this intro because I wanted to have a disclaimer for how awkward I am in like the first minute of this talking. You'll see, you'll understand. It's so weird. I like talk about my name and I like introduce myself and I'm like, I'm Sarah Esteban. You'll see what I mean. Sorry for judging myself. Anyways, yeah, so welcome. This is mostly for myself. But for anyone else, love you. This is Bertha. Okay, bye. Enjoy. Hi. It's Sarah Esteban. That's my name. I'm making this weird because I don't know what I'm doing, and it's weird to think that I'm posting this on the internet with like the intention of people seeing it, which is a weird thing to think about. But I wanted to make a YouTube channel for a long time, and I decided recently that I wanted to do things with my life that I wanted to do with them. Like, I have all these plans and these ideas and things that I want to do with my life, but it takes you a while to get those started, and you know, they don't start until you actually do them. I was actually kind of really inspired by a YouTuber I started watching recently, Leah's Field Notes, and it's because she kind of has this ideal life in my mind. She lives in Quebec with a really nice partner, and she is a designer, and I want to be a designer, and I want to live in a French-speaking place because I'm really passionate about French and design. Like, those are my two things in life. And I was like, okay, this is the life I want, and so how am I gonna get there? I have to start somewhere, you know. I have to start building myself up so that one day I can get to this dream life I have in my mind. And that was kind of what shifted a lot of things for me, is because I had this motivation now for just living life in general. And that's kind of sad to think, like, I didn't have that before. I didn't have this picture in my mind so solidly of I'm living life to get there. And so I'm going to do these things because I want to get there eventually. But now I kind of had this image, you know, like that's where I want to be, is where she's at in her life. And so I was like, okay, what can I do to get there? In the mornings, I always kind of feel groggy. And this is a big part of it too, is I like struggle with like low moods and stuff, and it usually happens in the morning if I don't start off on the right foot. So I wanted to make my bed every morning and journal, or you know, do something that kicks me off right off the bat. So I started making my bed every morning as soon as I got up. Instead of going on TikTok or like going on social media on my phone right away, I would go to Headspace because they have like a wake up thing, and I would watch that to help me kind of, you know, transition into the day. Because, you know, I always get my phone first thing. I think that's gonna be a habit. It's a little harder to break. And yeah, so I'd go on Headspace and make my bed and then journal. And then my days were just so good. So that was like maybe a week ago I started doing this, and the first 4 days of it were like so good. Like, I was just thriving. And then the past 3 days have been just lower, worse for me. And I just kind of was reaching a breaking point today. And I came into my room and I was like, oh, not feeling good. Like wanting to like break down or something. And so I kind of went, covered my hands, covered my face with my hands, and was just like, ugh, for a moment. And then I was able to talk to myself and say, no, like, let's get your journal out and like write down. And I was able to do that. And that for me is the hardest thing to do when I'm in those low states, is to get myself to want to help myself is so hard. It's the hardest thing because I don't want to help myself. I want to stay in that place. And I was able to do it this time. It's just like little things. It's just changing one little mindset things to, oh no, you do want to help yourself. Like one little change of a thought, like, well then make it a little easier to make the next step. And that's kind of what I'm learning with this. And so I was able to get my journal, and then I got up here and I said, hey, no, right now we're gonna make a video. It's January 1st. So, you know, this is the start of a new year. It's 2021. I just turned 20. That's crazy. And I want my life to be a good life for myself. So I'm gonna start building that in this kind of weird way. Talking to myself on the camera. And I've done like video journals before, like I've talked to myself, but I always kind of knew like, oh, this is just for me, right? But now as soon as it's like, oh, I'm making this and I'm gonna be judged by other people, it's like, oh, insecurity. I don't know, but it's fine. I'm fine. I'll low-key, or know what? I'll eventually kind of be more myself as time goes on. But yeah, so basically the purpose of this is I want to do like a little YouTube. I wanted to make YouTube videos for a long time, so I want to do YouTube videos, but I want this beginning part to be like, you know, changing my life, like first of the year, like let's go, let's change it. So yeah, so I'm gonna be trying to journal a lot, and just doing lots of different things to make my life better for myself. And it's just about putting in time and effort and doing it because I love myself. So that is a big thing to say. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. I just watched those 2 videos back, or watched like the clips that I'm using for this, and I was like, I don't know, I just was thinking about how I wonder like what, my brain is going everywhere now, but I was just thinking like, I wonder how many takes normal like vloggers on YouTubers do. I'm sure they only do 1, but I think that's what I'm gonna be like a goal, is like for me to just do 1 take, because I think it'll be hard for me to get perfectionisty about it and like want to do all these different takes, or like, oh, be like, oh, you can see my pimples, like, oh, like I said like too many times or something. But I kind of just want to do it once and then just use that footage so that it is my genuine self. You know, this is how I talk, this is how I act, these are the things, this is how I look, you know, this is how people who know me in real life know me. And that's okay, that's good. And it makes me happy actually to watch a video through and be like, hey, that's my genuine self, that's who I am, and that's good no matter what. And that's so sappy, but it's good. I think it's a good mindset for this, and I wanted to set these ground rules. And I also want to do this. I'm going to follow through with this. I am. It's going to be sad if I don't, but it's fine. So yeah, that's one thing I wanted to say. It's just like, it's okay, Sarah. If something is off, it's who you are. You know, you love who you are. It's fine. This is really more of a message to myself than to anyone watching this, but you know, that's what this is. It's more for myself than for anyone watching it anyways. So, okay, we're done now. But yeah, much love.